Alright, we're going to demonstrate the whole process of setting up the Finicky Fooler with the hole cover. We just drilled this hole a little while ago. It's about 15 degrees out, so you're getting a little crust on here. What you want to do is just break that crust off. Maybe scoop your hole out a bit. And now you're going to take your hole cover, just take your ring and center it right over the hole. And now put your cover in the ring and then just push it down in there. Now, just level everything off right flush with the top of that cover. There, now everything's leveled off, it's packed in there. And what I've been doing, I've actually been pulling the rim out and everything to clean my hole. So what we've done is we've created a process for fishing in pretty much any conditions with this hole cover. This hole cover is going to keep your hole from freezing. We've been out in temperatures below zero and we haven't had to skim a hole in 6 hours of fishing. So now you can put your rim and your cover back in place. I got the fooler set up here already. So I'm just going to set it here. Kind of line it up. Alright, we're lined up. I'll pop my cover out and I'm going to check my depth. So right now I'm down on bottom here. So this is bottom. Say I want to come off a few inches. One thing I like to do is I'll count the revolutions of my handle. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 revolutions. Now I'm going to back reel 6 revolutions down, and that's how I maintain my depth. It just makes it a lot simpler. That way you don't have to have anything hanging on your line like a bobber stop to mark your depth. Problem I have with bobber stops is a lot of times they'll hook on your line when you're fighting a fish and then you'll lose your depth anyway. So we found this to be a real effective way of doing it. Alright, I'm going to grab some bait. Kind of targeting walleyes here today, so I've got a medium shiner I'm going to hook through the back. And like I said before, I'm just going to back reel this down and count. So there's 1 revolution, 2, 3, there's 4, 5, and 6. And then you just want to remember to click your reel so that it's not back spooling anymore. Alright, so you want to open your bail, put your line underneath the trigger arm, flag goes up against that rubber stop, and I got it set a little too light, so I'm going to add a little tension on here. Just going to move this O-ring forward a bit. Now you can see where it's resting on the base there. So I just added enough to keep that minnow from triggering it. What you're going to do is you're going to just take the slot here. I'm just going to bend it open a little bit and put your line in there. So now your line's going to stay right in this slot while you're fishing. And it's that simple, you're good to go. People have been telling you for years you need an underwater tip up. It's not so any longer. This system right here, like I said before, we fished out in temperatures below zero. And with this sun shining, that's going to keep that hole open all day. Tip downs, not necessary. I got a tip up over there set up for crappies. So we're fishing multiple species out here today with the same system. This thing is so sensitive you can catch panfish on it. So basically this one device will replace a tip up, a tip down, rattle reels. You guys use rattle reels in the shacks? You really don't need to. I mean, you got this system here. You just set this up in the shack and now you get to reel all your fish in. There's no more hand over hand.